I put together a list of my 4 favorite things from my sports weekend.
Ooh, your top 4?
My top 4 favorite things. Now, bear in mind, these are my favorite things. These aren't the 4 biggest things.
Okay, that's fair.
Right.
Just the things that you enjoyed the most.
Yes, things that stuck out that I saw that I was like, that's delightful.
Does this need to be a new bit on the show? Do we need like a CFP top 4 reveal every Monday morning?
I don't know. I just put together a list as the weekend went on, and I'm like, this is kind of cool. I'll share this with Dirt.
I kind of want to make my own top 4 now.
Okay.
You go ahead. What are your 4?
Okay, I'll start. I got 4 random notes from the sports world, okay? First one. It's got to be the Dodger fan decoy. We just talked about this story 2 weeks ago.
We did.
I think it was you. I can't remember if it was me.
It was definitely me. I know what you're talking about.
But I agreed with it because it's something I think we had brought up before.
Yeah.
And that is the fan who catches the opposing team's home run ball and throws the ball back out of pure pressure by the opposing or the other fans.
Sure. Throw it back.
A Dodger fan caught a Machado home run, and he had a dummy ball in his pocket, and he kept the Machado homer in the glove, and he throws out the dummy ball. The fans go nuts. And he got interviewed. I pulled the audio, but that was one of my first things that I wanted to write down.
I'm actually trying to follow your lead this year and watch a little more Sunday Night Baseball.
It's kind of a throwback, isn't it?
It's a little bit of a throwback. There's nothing else on. Like, you get done with all your other sporting events, and it's like, what else am I going to... It's like Sunday at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I'm making dinner. You're not sitting down watching 9 innings, but it's on in the background while you're doing stuff. And so I saw that moment live. And the funniest thing of all time is that they caught him not only with the camera, then they went to interview him on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. And he's like, well, you guys got me there.
Nobody else saw it except the telecast.
You bastards. I thought I was going to get away with it.
And most of the time, Sunday Night Baseball doesn't have my team on it. So, like, I don't have any care about who wins, or I'll laugh at a team. Like, that sucks.
Yeah, Dodger bullpen looking good.
They're fighting on the concourse in L.A. right now.
They are. What are we fighting about?
Oh, there was like 4 videos at 4 different spots at Chavez Ravine of people just fighting each other.
Well, that's back-to-back. I don't know if there's ever been back-to-back rain delays, but Saturday night's game had a 2-hour rain delay. This one had a 45-minute rain delay. They don't know what to do down. It's raining. It's 55 degrees in April in Southern California. They're out of their damn minds.
Are we the new LA now?
Maybe.
With our weather?
We are.
We don't have rain in the forecast.
Because they don't know what to do with themselves down there right now.
I mean, they need it. Stop bitching, LA.
Okay.
You're in a drought. Your state's on fire.
Dodger fan decoy, one of my first big stories that I had to write down on the show sheet.
That's pretty good.
Happened on Sunday, but I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this list together.
That was, by the way, brilliant move.
Yeah.
I have very little respect for Dodger fan. That one,
That's a great move.
tip of the cap.
That's
Come
a pro.
prepared.
Yes.
Play to the crowd, but
Yes.
don't do dumb things.
I have the audio. We can get to. I got some audio on some of these things we can get to later on. But he calls himself a ball hawk, and he's like, "Us ball hawks, no, we don't throw the real ball back."
He's out in the bleachers, man. He knows what he's doing.
He knows. One of the second things I wrote down: Boban Marjanović shooting free throws in a relevant Clipper Rocket game. And if you miss 2 straight free throws at a Clipper game, the opposing team misses 2 straight, the entire fans in the arena get free chicken. Boban was alerted to this by the cheering of him after missing the first.
Chicken.
He points to himself, and then he kind of points to the fans and purposely misses. The building erupts, and everybody gets free chicken. I also have the audio of that, and that is one of my favorite things from the sports weekend.
How desperate are you for fan giveaways that 2 free throw? Like, what kind of chicken are we talking here?
I think they're Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
Like a sandwich?
I think so.
Like a rotisserie chicken? Like a
No,
leg?
I think it's a chicken sando.
So every time
I'll double check on that.
you miss 2 free throws, you get a chicken sando?
Well, I think if
no,
they
2
go
straight.
2
2
straight,
straight.
so back to back.
Do you get it multiple times in one game?
I think it's just once.
Only one chicken allowed per game?
Yes.
Okay. I did see that, and my only thought was, if I have to suffer through another Blazer season, which I will probably turn off at some point next year.
Oh, you will. It'll be worse
about
next year.
Some free nuggies.
Can I get Boban on my team?
Yeah.
It is a Chick-fil-A It's a free Chick-fil-A sandwich. That's a big deal.
I mean, that's a big deal.
That's a delicious little sandwich.
It's a delightful chicken sandwich.
And I love that he's the opposing team, but he delivered to the whole crowd.
Boban,
More
true-
athletes need to do that.
True man of the
That's
people.
recognizing
Yes.
branding
Yes.
over
Yes.
free throw percentage.
course.
He dribbled the ball. 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 Boban is a national treasure, and if I have to suffer through a 17-win Blazer season, I want that guy as my backup big. Give me him over Duop Reith, please.
My 12-year-old daughter does not watch the NBA with me much. It's mostly women's basketball, or I'm not interested. She knows him, and she goes, "Oh, the goldfish take all the snacks guy."
There you go.
He's really good at branding. He's branded himself rather
We get
well.
one of these guys. What about when did we have George Miras on?
Yeah,
Yes.
George Mirasan
Yes.
was the last one.
Yep.
He was fantastic.
Absolutely. So Boban missing a free throw on purpose to give a free chicken sandwich to the other team's crowd. Definitely in my top 4. Number 3, reporter that you've never heard of, Julia Westerman.
Oh, God.
And I know we'll get to this later.
Oh, God.
She is a reporter who was selected from the media lottery to play Augusta
Today.
and she's never played a round of golf in her entire life, and she's the one that gets to play the round at Augusta today.
Dude, I could rant about this for 25 minutes.
Imagine being a 30-year scribe.
Yes.
You play golf. You covered the sport. It's your last year in the paper.
Yeah.
And you're like, let me go out with a bang. And Julia Westerman wins it. She's never played around. You never get to play Augusta.
She's not even a golf reporter.
No.
She's a local TV anchor or sports person who just showed up to cover because she works in that general vicinity.
Yes.
My first thought when I saw this was, well, actually, there were more than one thought, but I did ask, do you take your clubs with you as a journalist just in case you get asked?
You have to. Yeah.
Do you take a loaner set from Augusta? Because how good is that loaner
Well,
set?
it's got to be a top-end
I would
loaner set.
imagine those are going to be
Really nice
Like
clubs.
really
really
nice
nice
clubs,
the
right?
best rental clubs you've ever had.
So would you rather play with their rental set or would you rather bring your own sticks to do it?
I
And
want my own sticks.
I kind of do too.
I want to see my club head. I want to see my bag. I want to, everything I have about my bag. I just want to kind of see that visual on the course.
Now that I know that this is a thing, because I don't know why I didn't really know that this was a thing, I am searching every avenue of how do you get credentialed to cover the Masters.
Well, I'm asking seriously.
Can a radio station in Portland get
Yes,
media
we
credentials?
If Dirt and I next year, can we put in for a credential and we say we do a golf relay podcast on 1080 in Portland? Would we get credentialed?
It's possible. I'm sure they have to. I'm sure there's
Why are we not doing that?
some.
That was my thought.
Sort
Now
of
that I know this is a
cap,
thing,
some sort of cap on the amount. I'm sure they have thousands and thousands of requests, and
Yes.
they only have so much room.
I mean, their media room is like a stadium. When you see
Yeah.
the press conferences at the desk, it's like legitimately like
Yeah.
a college lecture
Yes.
classroom. It's
So
that
I don't
big.
know if there's a vetting process. I don't know if we know these people that follow golf at the highest levels on a regular basis. You guys are in,
Right.
and then we have this many slots left, and it's a random. I don't know.
I mean, she's a
don't
local
know.
TV, like think of a KGW sports person covering them. That's what she is.
Yeah.
Wherever I don't know what city she's from, but I know it's from the South.
What would happen if we went, much like the Garth Brooks tickets we both entered for,
And you won the lottery?
and I won?
It might break up the show. It might. That could be it. That could
You
be
would
the
be
breaking
mad
point.
at me?
That could be the breaking
He would
point.
be so jealous and resentful. Like he knew he couldn't say anything
Yeah.
because it wasn't intentional on your part.
Yeah, you didn't do it
and
on
he'd have to
purpose.
just swallow it for all the years to come.
I
But
think
he
that would
would
ruin it.
never, ever forgive you for that.
I don't think I'm flying back. I think I'm just staying there, and I'm going to become a local caddy, and I'm quitting my career in radio.
I feel like the chicken and Peter Griffin and Family Guy fighting for 5 minutes, you would beat my ass. And then be like, I'm sorry, he got hurt. Something happened. I don't
I'm
know.
Brandon Sprague, actually. He's Dirt. I'm Sprague. We just look. I'm the tall, skinny one. Can't you tell?
Everybody
No.
says you guys sound alike anyway.
Exactly. They won't be able to tell the difference. I'll shave my beard.
We're getting less and less of that. Stop bringing that up, all right? We're getting less and less of that. Stop bringing it up. Finally, my fourth thing, I had to use, it's local, which makes it great, but also just sums it all up, I think, in a nutshell. Our beloved Trailblazers season is over. They finally had somebody put the gun to the back of the head. It's over.
Well done, Blazers. Great year.
Great
guys.
year. Another
Great year.
banner year for our Trailblazers.
Great year.
Delano Banton setting an NBA record for most threes without a make in a game, 0 for 15. He set NBA record against Sacramento when they were down 30 at the half.
That's special. Hey, but that ineptitude has
That is
put
so
them.
good.
The Spurs beat the Pistons.
I had no clue
the
that happened.
Hornets
The
beat
other
the
three I
Cavs.
saw. That one I had not
So
seen.
they are tied for the third worst
know.
record, and their odds went to over 13%
Hey,
now.
Alex Sarr.
Let's go, baby.
Saw announced he's coming out.
You are a Blazer.
Over 50.
0 for 15.
It's a hell of a way to end the year.
Most threes without a make in NBA history. That's how you go out with a bang
Can
in the
I
NBA.
ask this question of our audience today? Whether you're listening live, whether you're listening on a podcast, whether you're listening Monday morning or Tuesday afternoon, please text in or tweet us if you watch that entire game and explain to me why.
If you watched any of that,
If
I
you
didn't watch a
turned that
second.
game on at all
I didn't
for
watch
an
a
extended
second.
period of time,
I have the photo. Hold on.
please explain to me why you did that
So
to yourself.
if this team doesn't improve in 2 years or 3 years, or this is kind of just the start of the free fall and they don't get out of it, I wanted to save the photo. And in case they become good and they capture the flag, I saved the photo for comedic reasons. This is going to go down. This is our final lineup. Justin Minaya,
Yes.
Dalano Banton,
Hell yeah, brother.
Chris Murray, Moses Brown, and Ryan Rupert. Ryan Rupert. That was our lineup in the final game of the year. You don't respect me enough with that lineup.
I'm
I'm
not
not
watching.
giving you a second of my time.
I mean, I'm not upset that they lost. That's the whole goal. So good for them. Thanks for going 0 for 15, Dalano Banton. Are we done with that being a thing? Is that over now? Have we moved on from that stage
hell
of Blazer
no.
fandom?
Hell no.
No, we're still in that. He could be a key piece.
You know, Blazer fan.
Can't trade, untouchable asset probably. Is that how we're feeling about Banton? Hey, off night. Come on. We're not going to throw him out.
Some say there's a point guard battle going into camp next year. Scooter Delano.
What about Anthony Simons? Is he already off the roster? Or no, Malcolm Brogdon, is he still here? We still have 37 point guards?
I don't know.
Good, I'm glad.
What if they signed him to a 2-year extension?
We will. What else are we going to do this offseason?
Trade him, please.
Trade
for the
him.
love
Can
of
we even
God.
trade him? Is he under contract?
For all that is
What's he
holy.
making?
9 a.m.
$75K this year?
Right after the show, Chauncey and Joe and the exit interviews start.
I
at,
know.
Blazer.
I
Look
know.
forward to hearing from Jody.
Well-
I'm sure she'll be very insightful and give us some
She
great
was
thoughts
not on
on
the press release
Oh,
as being in
she's
attendance.
not. Okay, got it.
Not all the Blazers are participating because for some reason this year we've decided to allow Scoot and Shaden to do it before everybody else.
Oh.
So after the Rockets,
Yeah.
Oh, do they have
their
rehab to
last
get
home
to?
game, they got to
Oh.
do their media availability in the post game.
Okay.
I thought it was the weirdest thing I've seen.
I mean, they want to get to Mexico.
Well,
They're ready for vacation. I'm out of here. I'm not hanging around 9 a.m. on Monday. I can't do that.
I feel like largely Shaden was 1-2-3 Cancun on the season anyway.
He was very upset that they didn't let him play in the last 2 weeks.
I bet he was tore up by
He was
it.
very, very upset.
I have a Blazer. I have another nugget that almost cracked the top 4 of my favorite things of the weekend. That's Blazer related that I'll share later in the show.
That's a pretty good top 4. I'm not going to lie.
Thank you. I knew I had some of this in the notes. We've got some audio on some of this
Yeah.
stuff, but I wanted to kick off with the show with I enjoyed these random things this weekend on the sports calendar.
The tough part for me on this weekend, all my top 4 things would have been Masters related.